Hi dolls, welcome back to my channel. For today we're going to be creating this super cute look using all drugstore makeup, so let's go ahead and jump right in. I did fill in my brows off of camera and I used the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil in the shade medium brown. If you would like to know how I fill in my brows, go ahead and check the description box. I'll have a link to my brow tutorial. Now to prime my skin, I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. Prep and Hydrate Balm, and I'm just going to be applying this all over my face and then just making sure to blend it into my skin using my fingers. For foundation, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild Photo Focused in Soft Beige, and I'm going to be mixing that in with the Covergirl Vitalist Go Glow Luminizing Lotion. And once this is all mixed, I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up on my e.l.f. sponge and blend it into my skin. I'm going to be taking the NYX Professional Makeup Highlight and Contour Cream Pro Palette, and I'm going to be picking up the bottom left shade, and I'm just going to be applying this onto my skin where I would normally contour with powder, but I just need to be very careful to make sure to blend it all seamlessly. Now to highlight, I'm going to be dipping into that same palette. I'm going to be taking the third shade on the top row, and I'm going to be applying this below my contour just to make sure that it's not muddy and that it's not running too low on my cheek. And I'm also going to apply this on the forehead and on my chin. To contour my nose, I'm going to be taking the NYX Micro Contour Dual Pencil in the shade Medium. I'm not doing anything crazy here, but if you would like a dedicated video on how I contour my nose, make sure to leave me a comment down below letting me know that that is something you would like to see. To conceal my under eyes, I'm going to be taking the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer. I'm not sure what shade this is. It does not say it on the packaging, but it is not full coverage. So if you prefer a full coverage concealer, keep that in mind about this one. I did apply 2 layers of the concealer and it did an okay job at hiding my under eyes. Now to set that all in place, I'm going to be dipping into some Airspun setting powder, and I'm also going to be setting under the contour where I applied the highlight shade, just to make sure that we avoid any moving around throughout the day. Like you guys know, I do not let the powder sit very long, so I'm just going to go ahead and dust it off and make sure that everything is nice and set. All the brushes that I have used in this video are from the Pro collection from Wet n Wild, so you can find them online or at your local drugstore. To add some color back into my skin, I'm going to be picking up the Color Icon Mellow Wine Blush, and I'm just going to be applying this on the apples of my cheeks. Now I'm going to be dipping into this highlight and contour palette by Profusion, and I'm going to be picking up the shade Contour. And I'm just going to be setting the cream contour that I had previously applied, as well as adding a bit more color into the skin. Now to highlight, I'm going to take the highlight Heartfelt from the same palette, and I'm going to be applying this where I normally highlight, but you guys will see that I'm also taking it on my forehead. I've been loving the way that forehead highlight looks. I think I love it because I don't sweat, so I mean, it just goes. Of course, if you are someone that sweats, do not do this. If you get oily, do not put highlight on your forehead. Now you guys know that I absolutely cannot pass up on a setting mist, so I'm going to be taking the Pixi Glow Mist, and I'm just going to be spraying this all over my face very generously to make sure that all of the powders that I used blend together. Now moving on to the eyes, I'm going to be priming my eyes using the Revlon Color Stay Eyeshadow Primer, and I'm just going to be taking 2 little dots on my fingers and blending that in, and then just making sure to run it over with a sponge so that everything is nice and smooth. For the eyeshadow, we're going to be working out of 2 palettes, but we're not going to be using too many shades. So I'm going to be digging into the Rose in the Air Wet n Wild palette, and I'm going to start with the shade Transition. And I'm just going to go run this like you would a transition shade on my crease back and forth in windshield wiper motions. After I have set that color down, I'm going to be dipping into the burnt red shade on the right column of the palette, and I'm going to be applying this in the same spot that I put the transition shade, but I am going to go a bit darker and more intense with this color. Next, we're going to be picking up the brown shade in the palette, and we're just going to be applying this to the outer corner of the eye. Make sure that you don't bring it in no more than a third of the eye space, because you want this to be focused on the outer corner so that when you apply your pop of color, it still has something to blend into, but the darker shade isn't overpowering. I'm going to be taking the same Covergirl concealer, and I'm just going to be cutting half of the crease. Nothing crazy here, I'll just make sure that it's very crisp so that we keep that cut crease illusion. I'm going to be dipping into the I Love You So Mochi palette by NYX, and I'm just going to pick up the shade that's on the top row at the very end using my finger and make sure to place that where the concealer is at. So pretty much you'll be setting the concealer with this eyeshadow, and what that's going to do is it's going to make your eyeshadow look a lot more intense and shimmery than it would if you just placed it directly on your eye. Of course, make sure you blend the two colors together where they meet. And yeah, moving on to eyeliner. I'm going to be applying this e.l.f. eyeliner. So the eyeliner definitely transferred on me, so that is your call whether you want to pick it up or not. I definitely would have skipped out on the liner. Of course, I'm just going to run some mascara onto my top and bottom lashes. I'm going to be taking the Big Shot by Maybelline. And then since I'm extra and I cannot live without my lashes, I'm going to be applying some false eyelashes. I made sure to include some Drugstore ones. These are the style Go Glam by Salon Perfect. And since these type of eyelashes are literally only good for one use, for me personally, I like to apply some mascara onto the actual lash just so that it makes it look a little more dramatic. Now to pull the lip together, I'm going to be taking this liquid lip by Pixi Beauty in the shade A1DeLaTorre, something like that. I don't know, probably said it wrong. A1DeLaTorre, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Whatever it is that you might be doing this February 14th, I want to let you know that I love you, and I will see you in my next one. Besitos.